If you listen to the show, you already know that we cannot exist without our sponsors. They are the ones who make things happen behind the scenes. So let's acknowledge Fuji Sports. We've been working with these guys for a while now, not only as far as this podcast is concerned, but also at the RŌL Academy. We've had their gear. I personally use their gis. What a phenomenal product.
Yeah, I mean, Jiu Jitsu, Judo, MMA, tape, bags, anything you need for your Jiu Jitsu journey, you can find at fujisports.com.
Let's talk RŌL TV. There's so much content on there. It's ridiculous at this point. But I think what is even more intriguing, as time went on during the project, we've been recording most of the events that were taking place here at RŌL Academy. At this point, I mean, we have guys like Chris Howder, Armin Fati, Rafael Lovato Sr., and Pete the Greek. I mean, there were so many different events that we've kind of recorded it. Don't you think that's amazing? I mean, points of reflection and kind of going back for all the students to see what really happened and refresh their memory.
Yeah, I think it's great, you know, being able to go back and look at all these high-level practitioners, Octavio Cudo, like one of the names you didn't mention. And I mean, just these guys that have been doing this for so long come in, teach these amazing seminars and workshops, and it's all recorded and there for you to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to get additional savings on all this, type in code RŌL Radio at the coupon and get additional 30% off of your membership.
Nice. Go to rolacademy.tv. What's up, everyone, and welcome back. If you haven't already, please remember to hit the like, share, subscribe, download, listen, and whatever other button there is, and leave us a review wherever you do listen. That ensures that we can continue bringing you the great guests and amazing content that you have come to expect. Today's guest is a co-founder of one of the largest and most successful jiu-jitsu teams in the world, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu. Alexandre GiGI Paiva has been on the mats for over 40 years and joins the RŌL Radio to discuss the incredible growth and changes he has witnessed over those decades, how he overcame an injury that kept him from training for over 2 years, what he feels is his most impactful contribution to jiu-jitsu, and a ton more. Here's the RŌL Radio with the owner of Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Boise, co-founder of Alliance Jiu-Jitsu, Pan American champion, world champion, and multi-time Masters champion, Master Alexandre GiGI Paiva.
Welcome to RŌL Radio.
And we are live.
Here we go.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm going good.
Yeah?
A long week.
It was. You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Sure, yeah. Somebody was in town, right? Your father was here from
my
Poland.
My father was in town, yeah. He just left yesterday, so it was a long week balancing everything, and I took some time off of the traditional operational things that I do all around everywhere to spend some time with my dad, and it was good. It was good. I haven't seen him in person in 5 years. I mean, it's, first time he visited after a pandemic and all that stuff. So
yeah, he's great. He's always got a smile on his face, and even though there's the language barrier, he's just always nodding his head, smiling, shaking hands. So it's great, and it was fun to have him here, and it was good to see how you change a little bit when he's here.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, for sure.
What do I do?
There's a little bit of nervousness because his dad. Yeah, a little bit. Not much, but it's noticeable.
Is it?
Yeah, and excitement too. You're excited that he's here, and you're introducing him to everybody, and so it's cool to see.
All right, cool.
It's fun.
Hey, listen, guys, don't forget to go to our website and tell us which episode you like the best. We still have the little vote casting going, so go to our website, RŌLradio.com, and tell us what you think, which episode you like the best, and then obviously we'll we send you some free stuff that we have, free t-shirts and free memberships and so on. So take advantage of it, and we love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, should we get this started?
Yeah, no, today is very unique. I mean, this is big. Over a year ago, we had the General on the show, and today we have another founder and pioneer of Jiu-Jitsu, one of the founders of Alliance. How are you, sir? How are you, Professor? Great to see you.
Good to see you, man. Great to see you too, man. And the first time to be here. I'm glad to be here to talk to the guys there and talk something about my history. And my name is, for who knows, my name is Alexandre Paiva Genovesi, and my nickname in Jiu-Jitsu is GiGi. Like from many years ago. Yes, people know my nickname and don't know my name sometimes. Yeah,
that happens a lot.
That happens a lot, isn't it? How interesting. How did that start? How did your nickname became?
Everybody to ask about that, because when you call GG, it look like the girl name, the girl's nickname, not the man. Yeah. Why? Because always make a joke each other, me and Fábio Jacaré, because they both come from the north of Brazil. When people come from North Brazil, make a joke like that. Oh, okay, you Paraíba, you Naíba. I create many jokes for them. And he would say that I come from the some state of Brazil, is Sergipe, and they try to create like GG from Sergipe. Nothing like it's nothing almost to make sense, but it starts like a joke after that, man. Almost everybody know GG. And also the locutor in the old times, he never pronounced well my last name, Genovesi. Always Genovesi. And after many years, the guy Paiva and GG is easy for him to say, and he GG Paiva. After that, everybody call GG Paiva, GG.
And so many,
no problem for me.
And so many years later, and it all stuck around.
So many years.
We have somebody here that Thomas can't pronounce his name, and I've tried very hard to get him to say it correctly, and he just cannot do it. Can't do it.
Did easy and easy the kids for pronounce, the old people, old guys, people know about jiu-jitsu, and also people. GG from jiu-jitsu? No. It's almost like that. It's hard to explain sometimes.
Sure.
Okay.
How many? So I mean, this is years and years. How many years have you been on the mat?
Man, and interesting to question. Always I need to think about that. Now I have 56 years old. I started training like 13, 14. Since this time, I never stopped to training. Never stopped to be in the mat. Like almost 42 years.
Yeah, 40 plus years. That's a long time. Being on the mat for that many years, you've seen jiu-jitsu change and jiu-jitsu evolve and grow. And I mean, 40 years ago, jiu-jitsu was much different than it is today. What is the one thing that you've noticed that has changed the most?
I think so. The big change for jiu-jitsu was in the 90s, that they growing because a lot, not in Brazil only, but in the world after the UFC, and make jiu-jitsu growing a lot, and spread a lot, especially from Brazil. The competition was big and growing a lot, and after that was the first war that happened in Brazil, and was the first big change in jiu-jitsu in the forever. And after, when it spread for the world, and especially when it come more inside of the America, and America always work bad for try to grow something, to develop something, and after that they develop a lot and to develop for another states, another country too more. And like now jiu-jitsu having every country have jiu-jitsu for sure.
It is everywhere.
Yeah, it's definitely everywhere. And that's a big part of it, what we all do. I mean, we can enjoy this beautiful art, but not only that, a lot of us this is our jobs, this is our lives, this is what we do every single day. And what a beautiful thing. Taking this back 40 plus years ago, when you are a teenager, and I believe you were about 13, 14 when you started to study at jiu-jitsu, what makes you start? What makes you begin? How is this all starting?
Man, and I started jiu-jitsu like for fun. That some friend of mine, that Malibu, the old guy too, that this time he teach in the Jacaré school, and he invited me to train there because he's teaching the morning class there, and every day. When he met me, GG, go there. Not GG this time. Alexander, yes, not GG yet.
Not yet.
And everybody come there. One day I went there, and like this time it's it's not like a introduce lesson, like a sparring time. You don't know nothing, but you go inside of the lions and try to see if you survive. And I trained there. I love, and after that, I never stopped more.
Did you do any type of martial arts, judo, anything before that?
No,
No,
anyone.
Zero? Soccer?
Zero. Yeah, I was a sportive guy. I play volleyball a lot.
Oh, okay.
And swim a lot, and I make a workout a lot. I love to be around the workouts, and Jiu-Jitsu opened my eyes for trying to do something that I like it, and never think this time to be like a champion, to be like just try to do something that I like it, and try to see what's going on in the future. Understand? I never think about the future this time.
So you were 13, you're starting jiu-jitsu, and you said the first classes is essentially you're being thrown with the lions if you can survive.
Yes.
You know, and
yes.
I think there was a big almost. That's just how the things were back then, right? Like if you could survive, you can train, but if you didn't survive, you kind of left, you know. And do you think that was hard being a teenager and being thrown into the class and see if you can survive?
Yes, I think so. The world changed a lot, huh?
Yeah.
And completely.
Yeah.
And this time, I think so. When you think to do something that is hard, it's not easy. It must be survived for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not like today. The guy come to class, make introduce class, okay, and just know the nice things, okay. It's completely different idea, and this time for sure it's more hard. The guy keep training and keep think that is nice for him, because man, always when you start to do something like that, especially people don't care to you too much, and always people kick your ass, okay, smash you hard many times, man, you have smashed so much, and many people stop training and leave another kind of a sport, or stop like I just lift weight, okay. It's normal, especially now if it happen like that in the this time I start jiu-jitsu.
What do you think is better? Is it that hard training, meaning if you can't keep up, if you can't survive, you just don't do it? Or do you think it's better to have this softer approach where everybody can try it and they can kind of go through it?
I think so. Is the best way now is the approach that I have now. Why? Because people, jiu-jitsu is some kind of sport for everybody, not only the guy have a lot of a health guy, strong guy, okay, have a really good health body, okay, and for everybody, because man, I think so jiu-jitsu help much more people, and weak guy, okay, and weak mind, they help jiu-jitsu help for try like a tools for help him to be a better person, a strong person. I think so. Jiu-jitsu work for different ways to try to develop the personality of people. I think so. It's better now. The idea, the approach for jiu-jitsu that you try to go step by step to make the guy be like understand more about jiu-jitsu and not hurt himself and not hurt someone. Is the best approach for being more professional jiu-jitsu. I think so. These are the idea that have almost all academies now. That's work much better for try to develop the academy and work well like a business.
So speaking about not getting hurt, you couple years after you start jiu-jitsu, right? You have to take a break. You get hurt, and it's pretty bad.
When I have when I have like a purple belt, I hurt my neck, and I make a surgery in my neck. I stopped like 2 years. But man, I think everything is different in life. Okay, like I didn't know about the problem I have in my back, the low back, because that I hurt my upper back and my neck, and I took like 2 years off after surgery. Mm-hmm. I back, and the first week I got my brown belt, and the first month my black belt. And when I was the purple belt, the Jacaré before I stop, supposed me giving the black belt without the brown. I'm gonna jump for the black belt immediately when I was purple.
Wow,
That's incredible.
So,
But I stop.
well, you know what,
2 years.
life happens, right? And you take a break.
Yes.
You take a break for 2 years. But what I was reading about your story is what was interesting is that during that time when you're not training, because you have to take a break, you're still coaching. You're still involved. Is that
Yes.
true? That you were still in there? You were still at the academy? You were still learning and helping?
Yes. Oh, because man, the first first year almost was a little bit hard to be involved in academy because man, I missed the training. I was dreaming to training, and training was part of my life. Like man, at this time I was blue and purple. I trained minimum 10 hours a day.
Wow.
I trained, yeah. And imagine you train hard like that, and one day to not train more.
Yeah.
Almost to take everything for you, and you don't know what you want to do. Understand? And was the first month was hard. After that, I tried to understand more about what I do, how can you recover, maybe come back. And after, I tried to involve in this again, and also back to teach and back to the game again.
Well, getting hurt is very difficult. Not only from the fact that we are hurt, but from the fact that we can't do what we want. Right? We love jiu-jitsu, and now we need to take a pause, and we need to recover. We need to do whatever is necessary for us to be healthy. But a lot of people struggle with that part. A lot of people, the moment they get hurt, they just quit. They leave. They don't want to come to the academy. They don't want to talk to anybody from the academy. They feel like they are left out, and literally they are gone. They leave. What's your thought on this? How should we stay connected, even though sometimes we can't train?
Yeah, but like this time, my best friends, everybody involved in jiu-jitsu. When you still ring out the guys, they talk about jiu-jitsu. It's hard to be outside the jiu-jitsu, almost impossible, son. And like even I stop training. I try to make a workout, swimming and lift weight. Okay, I try to be in good shape for return, and everything that I think about to return to training. And I think so. There are some people don't realize how it's important to keep your goals, work for that, and son. And when some problem happen, the first they do quit the thing and live another goals, son.
Yeah.
I don't have like that. I keep the same goals. I try to work there. I try to find a different way. I try to arrive there. I think it works better for me.
What do you think we can do to stay connected like that? Like I know what you're saying. Like I have all my friends are in jiu-jitsu. So like if jiu-jitsu disappeared today, like I wouldn't know what to do. I would be completely lost. But yet many have a hard time with that. How do you think we can connect it? Do you have? Would you recommend for somebody to come back and watch the classes, or how would you do that?
Yeah, when you and I think so. The more important that the same idea that Jacaré developed with us, especially me and Fabio, to when you the almost pretense that beyond for the academy, you can understand. You're a part of that. Mm-hmm. You feel like that, like a family, and like the guy. Many people that have some problem, have hurt some knee like that, and he still come to the academy to try to watch the training, talk to the guys, okay, because he likes to make a part of that, be part of that. And when you start to create this kind of a spirit of the academy, and always people growing and develop like that, the same mentality like that, and to make your academy and work well, because man, especially in America, and everybody work so hard. Everybody just have a family, work, and work the home, understand? And don't have some pleasure outside for this work and the family. And you just create some kind of environment the guy to be something that have a pleasure, create new friends, new relations, and also bring the family, maybe come together. I think so. They're so important to try to develop, especially the the relation of people, understand? Because people here have a lot of problem relation, especially in American.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. You're
Well,
absolutely.
I think that's why it's so easy to quit, right? You've got so much going on that, okay, I can't do that. So I'll just go to, like you said, you switch your goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, my neck is bothering me, whatever it is. I'm just going to go do that other thing that I used to do, or, you know, sit around the house or whatever. Cause I can't be there.
Do you think that jiu-jitsu should be like the only thing that we do, meaning it should completely consume our entire life?
No, I think so not. Like you should have I think jiu-jitsu something that is part of your life, okay? But you must do something different too. Like I ride bike, I compete out canoe a lot, volleyball. I do a lot of different sports to try to complement my life and also keep in good shape.
I think those people that, and I know somebody will get mad at me here, but those people that where it's only jujitsu, they're kind of boring. They're not people that, you know, I love that they have the passion for it, but it's not somebody that I think they're not well-rounded. Let's put it that way. Where if you have all these other interests, you become well-rounded.
Man.
Right?
And also jiu-jitsu work too much indoor.
Oh,
and
sure.
I like to do something outdoor to try to complement my life and so because stay in the same place here, just indoor. Yes, man. Like when I make out canoe, like I compete a lot there too. And man, start like 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m. to start paddling in the ocean, the sun, and you see the sun, man, the day start there, man, so beautiful. The lights, man, is a make your life much better. The sun, you create different thing like that.
Yeah, that's definitely important to keep that balance and keep the life with a good quality.
You remember that?
I'm trying. You mentioned that you train 10 hours a day, at least at the beginning.
Yes.
Explain that to me. I mean, 10 hours, that's more than some people work a day.
Yes.
How is that? Explain that to me. How does that work?
Man, because I in the first when I start, especially me and Fabio, we make a competition to each others, but nice competition. Like every time that I have a class, they both must be there to try to learn something new. So if Fabio go there, I not go. Oh, it should be to show me what the people show there. And but always try to don't lose anything. And like I have a class 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. and also no 10 p.m. Like a less train, like a no-gi training. Like every day, like almost 10 hours training. And even Sunday, you train like 2 or 3 hours. Always. Like I passed like maybe 4 years or 5 years like that in the every training. Even when people travel to vacation, like and the whole carnival, okay, carnival. When people train, the best time for training. People stop training, I'm gonna train.
So who trained more, you or Fabio?
You train almost close, and was one nice history when I was purple, and we have like a holiday in the end of the year, like the New Year, the Christmas, and he traveled to North Brazil for see his family there, and he talked to me, Gigi, you're gonna stop training too? You're gonna travel too? Yes, I'm gonna travel too, no problem. I'm gonna travel. And the first day he leave, and I sleep in the car almost every day. And after when he come back, was hard trying to meet him. I smashed him so much.
I'm going to send him a message and tell him that you said that.
Yeah, for sure. And he said, "Oh man, you must be travel too." Man, no, I need to train more. I need to train more. And make it different when you try to understand. And always try to expand people, especially now. And just much more competitive now. If you like to be a champion, you should be work hard and maybe more hard than other guys. But especially now, more efficient training. Not like if you think about the MMA, if you train like a strike all time, punch in face, okay, you hurt yourself and not develop too much. Understand? You must be trying to understand how is make the training more efficient as possible and not hurt too much. Understand? And this time I read when you're training, I train 10 hours a day, right? Usually I train many hours, just specific training, like back with spine, just inside control, mount, and the back, okay? But try to be more efficient in different kind of positions that you not train like every day, all time. Son?
Yeah, many black belts and many instructors who've been on the mat for a very long time, they say exactly the same thing. It's not, you shouldn't be sparring every single day. You should be learning and having specific positions, and you're really improving and getting better at positions so you can continue growing, so you can continue getting better at this. Did you and Fabio meet on the mat, or did you know each other before jiu-jitsu?
No, we know each other before. And Fabio studied the same school with me before, and his brother too. His brother studied with me in the school. And we live together too, and close in the same neighbor area there, and always go to the school together, back together, and after train together.
So it has to be. I mean, you've known each other for so many years. I mean,
yes,
there has to be a very good friendship that you guys have developed over the time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think so. And always have some problems. It's normal. Like me and Fabio, it's normal, especially when he was young. but not big problem, because Fabio like my brother, and he's my brother too. And many years and work together, and man, I have a lot of respect and love each other. Okay, and it's hard today have a friend like that, and to keep along like that. I know, especially in jiu-jitsu. But
I bet you guys train together a lot.
A lot.
Who got smashed more, you or him?
Man, when the purple belt, I smashed him too much. So hard.
Yeah, all right.
And many times he got so mad for the homo. I stopped jiu-jitsu. I got a call for his father. No, ask him. No problem. I'm gonna help him.
So you almost made him quit, huh?
Yeah, but he never quit for sure.
No.
And after I stopped 2 years, I hurt my back. I stopped back to training. And after that was hard and tough training.
Oh, I'm sure.
Tough training. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask about that comeback. You know, we touched on it a little bit, and so shortly after you're back on the mats a little bit, then you're coaching. Was there any apprehension? Were you nervous about training hard again and ending up in that situation again? Because I think a lot of the people that we have here who do have an injury, and it's not even anywhere near as severe as what you went through, are so apprehensive about training again and putting themselves in that position.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's more hard when you understand understand more your body, to understand what your limits, understand? Mm-hmm. And especially when you're young, you never know about your limits. You try to go push you hard. And for sure, I compete only 3 words because I hurt before almost all. Even the 3 words I compete, and even the one, I hurt 1 week before because I tried to push too hard the training, and the special until 1999, I didn't know about my back problem. Understand? And that my back problem, that was one disc, there will be 50% out. That caused my problem in my neck. Mm-hmm. And after many years, I discovered more. How can I try to make my training more efficient, and also don't hurt too much? Understand? Yeah, it was hard for me. It's a good lesson, a hard lesson too.
Was there a point? Was there any point of time where you were thinking to yourself that you just want to stop? You want to give up? This is too much. These injuries are just too many, and this is not good?
Yeah, for sure. You think about that many times, for sure. But After you sleep and wake up, oh, I need to train again.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, this is a problem, man. And we do something that we love and have a passion for to do it, and not to do it because it's a business, okay, like a business today, but not like because they own the business. You have a passion for to teach someone, to help someone to develop his life. I think this is amazing. I love it.
So in '99, you win the world championship.
Yes.
Was that one of the harder things that you've done in jiu-jitsu?
No, I was one that. Why? Because this time I won the world there. The week before, I hurt my knee. I was training so hard. I was in incredible shape, incredible, be prepared, and and I blocked my knee completely in the 1 week before the competition, and I think about myself, man. People don't like that. The God don't like that I have the gold medal. Impossible, man. Now I did everything. No problem. Okay, don't hurt myself. My neck's okay, and hurt 1 week before my knee, and but always I think that something happened. I have some reason, always, and I went to the doctor. My friend in Brazil. This is really good doctor, orthopedist there, and on Monday. I went there. Was my knee was blocked. My meniscus was hurt a little bit and open and blocked my knee. And he looked my knee and man, you must have a surgery here now. Later, he already fixed my surgery. And man, have a competition the weekend? No, cannot compete. No, I try to take off your knee in the place. If you can do, if you accept it, I can try to do it, help like that, but. I'm not sure if you walk or you sleep and can block again. Okay, please do it. And he tried to manage my knee and work there and put my knee in place. And I stay was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I was almost 5 days lay down, just eat and drink and put ice in the knee. And okay, let's try to see my in the scale my weight to see how it's going there. I was 9 kilos over my weight, and this time when I checked the scale there, man, I need to. I never eat. I eat really well, really healthy. I drink duck donuts. I don't know why, man. I'm gonna eat Duck Donuts, man. Don't compete more, man. I never eat Duck Donuts in my life. I dream about Duck Donuts. And but anyway, I start to lose weight. Like a Friday, start to prepare myself, lose weight, and losing almost 9.5 kilos in 2 days.
Wow!
And compete and won the competition. It was hard competition for me because of that.
Yeah, no, that sounds
so.
Right.
It wasn't the match that was the most difficult. It was the week leading up to it. Right?
Everything coming up to it. Everything coming.
And in 2 days, I trained like 4 hours a day.
Yeah,
the both hours. I try to lose 9.5 kilos, and just for the people, little people like a feather or. Feather, not the next feather, a light feather or holster for training for me if I try to not hurt my knee before competing. And I try to train a lot, but bike and train soft just for try to move myself and lose weight, like 2 days.
So you win that title, you win the competition, and do you ever think about? Did you think about it that moment when you win, they put your hand up, you win? And do you ever think about it like that week was rough? Like I almost didn't compete. I was way over the weight. I had to do all these things, and yet I'm here, and this is a big point of success.
Yes, for sure. After the guy extended my hands there, and man, passed in my mind all the vision for the week that happened. You're almost really close to not compete, like eat the Duck Donuts. Yes. Okay, almost close, man. I think about I'm gonna buy the Duck Donut, man. No, compete more. Don't do nothing more. And I think no, man. I'm gonna compete. I still try. Understand? And for me, it was important lesson for me too. Strong lesson.
Those are big lessons, right? Not always. Things don't go always according to what we want.
Yes, exactly.
Things happen in life, and it's really up to us how we manage the situations and how we recover from these things, or what we go into after this. It's often, giving up is easy. But doing the work and really trying to overcome these obstacles, that's the hard part. 40 years later, 40 years on the mat, do you find yourself as one of the pioneers, as a creators of jiu-jitsu, somebody who's, created a team, or somebody who has so many people following you and looking up to you?
No, you understand very well. Repeat again.
Do you find yourself as somebody who has created something big in jiu-jitsu? You've been on the mat for many, many years, for 40 years.
Yes.
Do you think that you've created something huge, big in jiu-jitsu?
I think so. I have a good reputation in jiu-jitsu, okay, and good name. First, because I work well, and I work with the passion. But I do something with the passion, and also, always I try to be to make good things for their body, okay. And jiu-jitsu is something that people talk. Sorry, bullshit about each other's, okay, and like to do it, okay, and people jealous about everything. People have a big ego, okay. I don't care about that. I make myself, my things, okay, and I think my life, my family, try to develop my family, my things, and just make my work well. Just it. I think so about that. I not think about to be like a legend, a big name in the sport. No, just work for myself to grow in my life, develop my life.
But I mean, that's very humble that you say that. But at the same time, your name is really big. I mean, you are one of the creators of Alliance team, and there's many people looking up to you, right?
Yes, I know. But I don't think about that. I never think about that, man. I never change my life or think about something like that because I'm fond of Alliance or my coral belts. Yeah. Okay, and first time I've put my coral belt, man, I feel so incredible different. Man, coral belt not look like, not nice, man. But it's a many years in the match, okay, like that, and I need to show how hard you work for to be there, and I think it's important. But I think so. Never anything change, and like in the academy, I'm the boss, maybe, okay, but just there. Outside, I'm not a person. I like everybody. Not change my mind or not change the people. Oh, how can I call you master? No, GG, no problem. GG, the same. I'm a normal person.
GG is. Let's talk about the belt a little bit. I'm sure you do remember the moment, the day when you got your black belt. Was that different feeling when you received your coral belt?
I think so. The coral belt was much more hard for me. Why? Because the black belt, first I passed for the bad moment before that I hurt myself. I stopped to train hard. I stopped to be in contact for all jiu-jitsu, like completely. Understand? I was a little bit in the side of jiu-jitsu, but not too much involved in jiu-jitsu. And I was like, when I come back, when I was purple belt, was incredible shape and training, really tough training time. I was there at the time. And when I got the black belt, I supposed to have a black belt before I stopped because I hurt myself. And for me, it was good nice, incredible. But when I got my coral belt, it was for me much more emotional because it showed me how it was hard for me to make this step. Understand because man, like everybody like for to be like some belt, a special black belt. Imagine the coral belt, and you always pass for some moments. You almost quit your jiu-jitsu. Almost quit. And like I passed many times, but almost hard time when it was hurt my back. Okay, and I almost quit jiu-jitsu. I was close to quit jiu-jitsu, and also we have a family, have a work, have a problems, sick problems, family problems. You keeping going, keep a resilience that be one day you be like a high level belt, be coral belt. I think so. For me, it was much more emotional to receive the coral belt because show me to me how was I worked hard for be there. Son. The long time, especially with my problems that have been with me.
Tell me about that feeling that day when you were rewarded with the coral belt. How did that feel inside? How was the moment when that took place?
Man, it was special. First, people a lot of people make a video for me or try to send congratulations for me. It was an incredible emotion to see the people send message for me. Fabio, Jacaré was there, but many guys, that's my friends, old friends, that send me a video for me, and also my wife, my kids. Okay, and was nice. Was nice. I like a lot. I love it.
Well, it is a big point of recognition. There's really not many coral belts out there at this point. There are some, but there's not many. So you are part of that elite group, one of some of those pioneers of what we do, what we love, recognized with that rank. I mean, that has to feel good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Man. But anyway, the same idea when we won the awards, and all this the vision about the life that you have before, everything that you did before for right there, and passing your mind about that, and man, make the emotion because that you see how hard it was to try to do it and to teach this to make it happen. Listen.
Let me ask you this: when you were starting, when you were 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about getting a black belt or a coral belt? Well, coral belt probably did.
No, coral belt, and I didn't know that exists this belt.
Yeah.
I didn't know that exists this belt.
Right.
And I never think about that. When I was like a blue belt, like in purple, me and Fabio started to talk about, I like to teach somewhere. I like to teach, and he tried to teach somewhere. Okay, like to start to think about that, but not before. When I was white belt, and first I think about survive. I didn't have a time to think about my future. No, first think about today.
Yeah, I mean those are great stories. I mean all over 40 years on the mat, all these struggles and getting smashed and smashing other people and continue building, and now not only you have a very successful academy, but you are recognized as one of the pioneers, and people do look up to you. What do you think creates a good team? What makes us a good leader for a team? Many people look at you, look at Fabio, and look at many others out there and say, wow, I mean, this is great what they've done. What do you think is one of the things that makes it successful?
I think so. The biggest success that Alliance have, me, I have, Fabio have, okay, and Jacaré have for sure. Everybody come from Jacaré. Jacaré inspire us to create some kind of idea. The everybody to beyond the something more bigger, like a part of the family, and try to create this kind of spirit of the academy. And also to develop this kind of the same idea for every academy that work under us. That like I always say, my academy my academy is extension for my home. Understand? That I try to take care of my academy like my home, and try to help people to have the same respect that I usually have. I ask people have my home that I have the same in my academy. I think this creates some kind of spirit there. The people work the same idea, and everybody love it for sure. It help a lot to try to create some kind of make you like a leadership, but you don't need to ask for people about that. You do it, and people follow you.
What do you think is the hardest thing about
the first step? Everything. The first step is hard. When the first step for do everything, the first step for try to open school, first step for you married someone, and first step to be like a father, the son. Always the first steps, and it's hard to understand what the best way to do well this kind of the work.
Do you think that's why a lot of people are hesitant to start jiu-jitsu because of that first step? Because it's so hard to step into the academy and try something new and perhaps getting smashed?
Yeah, you have some people say that the hardest belt is the white one.
Yeah.
Okay. That people always to have a white belt, but never quit easy. Okay. But they quit easy because they quit easy in everything in his life. Understand? And also, or maybe don't find someone that help him to be like the resilient more about the learning to know something different, a new one that can keep him training, and someone to help him try to not quit. This is hard because you have some students maybe one day, oh, Gigi, maybe I'm gonna leave. It's not for me. I don't have my body well for do it, and you try to create and help him try to develop himself and strong mind for try to keep training. This is the best way for try to help people try to keep the same goals that you have. Like the same happened for me when I hurt my back. I keep training. I try to keep my goals. Okay, or when I have the words that I won the word that hurt my knee. That okay, no, I try. That's make you much more strong mind for not only jiu-jitsu, for everything in your mind in your life.
Do you think that trying is more important than actually succeeding?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Of course.
Yeah. Why do you think so many people focus on being successful and they don't try?
Because today have something that is so easy. The name is Google. People just search the Google, and especially the special kids and the teenagers.
Yes.
He search the Google, and he know everything, but don't have any experience for nothing, and they think they know everything. This is because people dream about the success, not know how it's hard to be right there. Understand? This is a big problem for the world, not the problem only for the some people. No, it's the world now problem.
The world.
Big problem in the future.
That's the world we live in.
My daughter doesn't think she needs to learn to go anywhere because she has Google, right? But if your phone's not working, if your battery's dead, what are you going to do? How are you going to get there?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. You bring up a good point. Both of you guys do. It's a lot of people don't even know how to get from one point to another point without Google Maps or your electronic device. They don't even know north, south, east, west.
Yeah,
right?
Go east. Well, how do I know what?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Yeah. So let me ask you this: Do you think these videos that we have these days, we have all these instructionals and everything is on our phones? A lot of people do learn from that. Do you think that is more important, or it's being at the academy that's more important and training hands-on?
Training.
Easy one.
Yeah.
And man, don't have any other way for be tough or good if not training. Not the YouTube coach not to give you the small details of anything, but to help you to develop something. Impossible. You can see something, but you can try this thing, but only if you train, repeat, you can develop it. No, don't have another way.
Do your students, I think I already know the answer to this, but do your students start sparring right away, or do you hold them back for a period of time?
No, never in the first day. Never,
Right.
impossible. He always usually almost after the 2 degrees. Two of the
stripes. Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you convey to those students that they are developing, that they don't need to spar yet, that they need to get those stripes in order to perform well when that time comes? Because I know a lot of people want to get to it right away.
Yes. And the more hard the people that have some background for wrestling or judo.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And but anyway, the idea for try to send that they try to help each other, for try to preserve and not hurt each other.
Yeah.
And it's common happen in the academy. They let the guy to sparring, and they hurt himself or hurt someone, and you lose the student. You use the guy when you hurt the guy, white belt hurt. Use the guy not come back. Use not come back, and it's important to try to preserve this guy for not, especially when he start have a feeling that I love it, because only have a feeling when they start to sparring, and you feel, oh, it's nice, because he have goals for sparring, dream for sparring, and you keep him a little bit out for that. And when he almost prepare for that, man, oh, so nice. You open for him another vision for the things, and also help him not hurt himself before.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, the hurting part is definitely, for new individuals, that's the hard part, right? Like once they get hurt, it's over. Most of them don't come back.
In the beginners, usually not come back.
Yeah, they usually
one hurt,
except for us dumb guys.
Well, we've been on the mat for a long time.
And one thing is important in America, and the number of the people that master, like over 30, is much bigger than the teenagers and the kids.
Yeah.
The guy usually start here after 30.
Yeah.
When they have a family, have a kids, have a money for pay, and he pay his bills. Understand? But when this guy white belt hurt himself, I cannot stop the work. Right. I cannot stop myself, and he quit jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I hear from a lot of new members that they're when they start second guessing what they're doing, that they're worried about the job. I got to get up, I got to go to work in the morning, or I have family obligations, and I always try and convince them that you don't have to step away, just slow down, train smarter,
adjust. Pick
your training partners better. There's no gold medals at the end of class or at the end of sparring. If that's not your goal, just be here for the experience of it. What have you run across that with anybody where you've had to kind of talk them away from quitting?
Yeah, man, I always talk to people that the more important for me is my training partner. Imagine in every academy have someone like that. The guy training for everybody he trained, he hurt the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the tough guy, strong guy, he tried to prove that he's tough, and he hurt the guys. And I always explain, man, the more important academy, my training partner. If I hurt my training partner, I lose my training partner. If I hurt 1, 2, and 3, man, for sure I don't have more training partner like to train with me. Mm-hmm. How can I develop my training? Impossible. I always try to take care about my training partner. If he's not hurt him, and also he's not hurt myself. This the best way for try to understand that for try to develop your jiu-jitsu, man, take care about your training partner.
I love it. That's great advice. I'm going to use it.
Yeah, definitely. Gigi, before we start wrapping this up, we almost been talking for an hour. Before we start wrapping this up, what we do at the end of every episode is we have a question for you, but the question is from a previous guest. So whoever was on the show before you, they asked a question, but they didn't know that you're going to answer this. So they kind of they ask completely in blind. They completely.
I hope I can answer.
What always creates an interesting end to the conversation. Okay. Gary's going to take a lead on this. He's going to ask you. So.
This is a good one, and I like this a lot. This is from Steve Whittier, and he wants to know, what is something that you believe about jiu-jitsu that most other people do not? So maybe
I believe you.
Go ahead. I'm
What,
sorry.
sorry?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I believe Jiu-Jitsu is the best tools for try to develop person, develop people, and you work with Jiu-Jitsu like a tools, not only like just martial art or the sport. Just to make a complete different the mind of people about Jiu-Jitsu. Like I make a lot of world champions, Brazilian champions, but for sure I change the life of people much more than making champions. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes come one guy in my academy is a big guy, fat guy without shape, okay, and people think about, oh, this guy not staying jiu-jitsu, and maybe he never liked jiu-jitsu, never do well jiu-jitsu, man. But sometimes you make this guy, there's something in the mind of the guy much more strong, like be a champion. Just to change his mind for to be like a better person, lose weight, have a good habits that help food, eat healthy food, okay? And I don't know how many people change their life just about with jiu-jitsu. Just show for him how it's important to have a jiu-jitsu like a part of your life and use it like that to try to look at those, to try to create good habits and good respect of people, good relation with people that make a complete different idea about the sport.
What do you think that is about jiu-jitsu that changes people so much? Why jiu-jitsu changes people so much?
Because, man, if you think about jiu-jitsu like a martial art, okay? And the first is like it's not easy to learn. It should be to train a lot and different ways. And also, and jiu-jitsu work for genetic. Like when the guy have a big guy, small guy, long legs, short legs, okay? And always you work for about your own size for try to develop your game plan. And also, man, many times you pass for really bad moments. The guy smash you and so hard. I don't like to tap, you tap, okay? And I think about, I don't tap again, you tap again, okay? and create for you the strong mind for try to pass for the bad moments, okay? And also, jiu-jitsu is really connected to the real life, not only, oh, nice, because also have you create a new relation for people, and you never met the guy, you train for the guy, you reclose the guy, you sweat with the guy, okay? And reclose the guy, re-relation the guy, and also, and try to beat him, and the guy try to beat you, understand? You try to compete with each other,
Yeah.
understand? It's really close to the real life, and help you for try to transfer it for the real life, understand? This is the best mentality for having jiu-jitsu, and also that outside jiu-jitsu, like have a health habits. That's it, because if I like to be better in jiu-jitsu, man, if I just eat burger, just drink in the beer in the night, okay?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts. Yes. Okay. I think the best way to have a good habits for try to develop your body and growing and try to develop your jiu-jitsu in the both sides. And I think so. It's work for the different ways for try to develop your life. I think so. In my mind, I have a lot because I learned it from Jacaré. When I started in the jiu-jitsu, we stay in the Jacaré almost all day. And this time, I don't have my father in my side. And Jacaré helped me a lot for try to having good way, okay? And to have a good habits, to eat good food. And this time I eat just fruit. That's the great diet this time, me and Jacaré and Fabio. And we buy together the food in the supermarket, like a big pack of apples and banana and every kind of fruits, and eat all the fruits a week. This time I don't need too much real food, just fruits and cheese and a lot, and try to understand how is important your habits for try to make something, try to create some goals in your life. I think this help a lot for that, a lot.
I think so too.
Before we finish, let me ask you. You talk about goals a lot. You talk about not changing goals, chasing them, really having a good goals in your life. what is the one goal that is in your mind that you have accomplished, that you have done already? A big one.
Yeah, one big goal in my life, and that I think about, create the good family around you. Not not only my family only. I create really nice people around me that support me, help me, and also try to help each others. And why? Because when I start, many years ago in Jiu-Jitsu, I never think about my future, like what I'll do in the future. Maybe I do, because when I started Jiu-Jitsu, I work for designer. I not work for Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, I was designer too, complete different Jiu-Jitsu. And always I have tried to establish my family and try to develop my family. I try to teach my kids to be a better, good person, maybe better than me. Okay, and I didn't have this final lesson for my father, for my family, because when I have 12 years old or 11 years old, my father leave my home. I stay with my mother, but my mother works so hard. I just stay at the street. And just the life outside teach me, and Jiu-Jitsu helped me a lot for try to be a better, good person. And I use it for try to develop my life and try to create some good environment around me with my family and the people around me too. And this was my big goals when I was 20s, like that. And also I keep the same idea about that for try to don't lose my way and still have the same goals for try to have a nice people around me, because one thing is hard, and when you have some bad person around you, you never know sometimes, and create some problem around you and everybody around you. Mm-hmm. And also always I try to be in the people nice around me. I think so.
Well, I mean, all that worked out very well, right? I mean, you living the dream of having one successful academy, and you have a lot of passion and a lot of students, and you can impact a lot of people by doing jiu-jitsu. So phenomenal! What a great life story that you have built around you.
I'm happy about my history. When I can see my history like a long time, like years ago, about some people that they changed their life with Jiu-Jitsu, like a champion, like a Tererê, one good example.
Oh yeah.
And all the people is not like a Tererê, but they change like a Tererê the same, complete his life. Like he always make my work that I did much more pleasant. Understand? Mm-hmm. Because when you do something, you never know if you work well. Never do. Never work well. The things change. And when the things work well, you realize, oh man, good, I did a good job. Okay, because like when I won the awards there, man, I hurt my knee. I tried to do my best for be a world champion, but I didn't know if I do it, because man, many problems happen, man. Mm-hmm. But I still work for that and make it happen. I think so. This is so important, so nice that you see that you pay back, you receive something back for the hard work you did before. Understand?
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Well, we've been at this for an hour at this point. Before we finish this up, first of all, thank you for being here. I mean, what a phenomenal story. Phenomenal. I really appreciate you sharing your time with us and sharing your story of your life with all of the listeners.
Today was hard for me because, man, I'm gonna open my new school here in Boise. I built some building there. Finish this week, and I'm gonna make it grand open Saturday. And especially in the end of the week, man, many things to try to do. many final things still need to do.
Well,
It's hard.
I saw the pictures and it looks amazing. It looks amazing.
So beautiful.
I mean,
yeah,
so
incredibly
beautiful.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you, man.
I can't wait to see the grand opening and everybody on the mat and training. I mean, that was fabulous. If anybody wants to connect with you or learn a little bit more about you, where are you available? What's the websites? What's the social media? How can people connect with you?
Yeah, in the Instagram, GiGI Paiva BJJ, and my website, the Alliance Boise, Alliance Rio de Janeiro, and Alliance East Boise. I still have the 3 academies in Brazil. I still my academies there, and I have 2 academies here. Okay, and you can connect there. Just check there, send message, and my Instagram is Facebook too, and just easy to find.
Easy. Today is easy.
Alliance.
Yeah.
Well, GiGi, thank you.
Today's so easy, yes.
Yeah, today is easy, super easy.
Incredible,
well,
yeah.
That's how we connected, and I appreciate you responding to me and sharing with us last hour and sharing your story, Gary.
Yeah, thank you so much. We talk a lot about community here, and I think the last 15 minutes or so, we've saw how important it is for you and what you've built. So thank you so much for sharing all that with us and building what you're building there. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I think so. To build the community around you is so important to have a good person, and because people look for develop his personality to follow you, and yes, it's so important to try to show, not only show, but you be like a good person. Try to understand people and people understand you, and have a respect each others. Not only because I'm the coral belt and black belt. You must be doing it. No. They always try to make the things because respect you is the more important. You create the respect.
I love it. I love it.
Good stuff.
Let's wrap it up for today. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing your story. Thanks for chatting with us and sharing all the wisdom.
Yep. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys, man. My pleasure.
All right.
Okay. Take care, man.
Thank you for listening to RŌL Radio. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to leave us a review and help us make the show even more amazing. For future episodes, check out our website and follow us on all major podcast platforms. Take care.